So welcome to the Astronomy Club meeting. I'm sorry I'm late. I have a couple of announcements. We have some star parties coming up. The closest is Wakefield Middle School tomorrow night. Setup starts at 6, and then the star party is 7:30 to 9, I guess. 7 to 9. We're going to meet here at 5 to load up telescopes and then leave Stewart at 5:30. I'll be going. Mandy will be going.
I will not be in town.
You will not be in town, and I knew that because I'm taking you to the airport because I'm on top of things like that. Allie has contacted other people who have expressed interest.
I thought we were
Okay.
going to email or to ask
Yeah.
for.
Let us discuss this after the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Miscommunication. Our next Sabino Canyon Star Party is Saturday, November 3rd, which is not this weekend, but next weekend from 5:30 to 9:30. As always, meet at Stewart at 4:30. There is a radio project observing run that weekend, so if you are going up to the mountain, please keep that in mind, in the sense that don't volunteer to go to Sabino Canyon if you're going to be on the mountain. We have enough people to cover both, it's not a problem, but just keep in mind where you're going to be. And I got an email, actually I got an email forwarded to me from Kevin, who is still involved clearly, about a star party at White Elementary School. This is...
He's in Ohio.
I know, because they had his...
We had him as the contact.
Okay.
So,
Contact before, but
we've done this will be the 3rd year in a row we do a star party for this school, for this event. This is sort of their fall family science night, open house type thing. It's actually a lot of fun. It's going to be less structured this year, so people will just be able to wander over and wander away at their own pace, as opposed to doing every half hour or every 15 or 20 minutes of rotation of people, which is more difficult. White Elementary School is a lot of fun to do a star party for. They're on the south side, but they're not technically in South Tucson. They're on the south side. It's like K through 5, I think. And you know, they're getting used to us now, and the kids absolutely love it. The parents are really excited. It's a lot of fun to do this star party, so if you're interested, I highly recommend doing it. So I think they have Kevin's contact information because he was president the first year we did it, and then the second year Tim was president, but Kevin was still here, therefore contact Kevin, and now he's in Ohio, and
Therefore, contact Kevin.
we're lucky we got this email at all. So, yes?
Is it on Saturday or Thursday? Because the 27th is Saturday.
It's November 14th.
No, I'm looking at Wakefield.
What?
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
25th, sorry.
Okay.
That's been the 27th for weeks on this presentation.
And it's not written in my calendar as the 27th because I was planning on
I know,
going.
I know. That's what it was. I was thinking about something else when I first made this slide, and that date I was thinking about was the 27th. Anyway,
Thank you.
sorry, Thursday, October 25th for Wakefield. So, outreach events, we still have Imagine Science on November 3rd. We have some really awesome activities planned for that. I would encourage you to become involved. I don't have a sheet to pass around today because Allie's here, and Allie can take your information.
Yes.
So.
I left the sheet down there, but yeah.
Cool. And Wakefield Middle School and White Elementary, if you're interested in doing outreach, school star parties are a really great way to go. All right, more immediate events. We have a pumpkin carving event on Friday because it is Halloween next week, and none of the officers forgot about that. What are you talking about?
we totally didn't.
In our defense, why is Halloween next week? It's the beginning of October. I don't understand what's going
It's
on.
mid-September.
It's mid-September.
What are you
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
still
exactly.
May, so.
Yeah. So
I would not
Halloween
think
is
so.
next week.
Halloween.
The Astronomy Club, when the Astronomy Club was rebooted about 6 years ago, the very first event that we did, I wasn't here, but the very first event that the Astronomy Club did was pumpkin carving for Halloween. And it's a lot of fun, and nice because it is the first thing we did and it's how the club got started up again. So
And it's really great to see what nerds come up with for scary.
It's pretty sweet, actually.
mine was Blue Sun last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a new.
I did a muon neutrino.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So good.
So we're on the lawn in front of the dome, which is that weird patch of lawn like by the orange trees. The, I believe, decorative orange trees. I don't think they're
They're
edible.
definitely not edible. Someone tried.
That's scary.
No, they're not.
They're
Oh.
definitely not edible.
Ruin your taste buds.
I almost
One of
picked
my
one.
exes tried to eat them.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was really close to fixing it.
Staying on topic,
So bad.
so Astronomy Club will provide the pumpkins, we'll carve them, and then we put them on display on that little half wall on the ramp in the lobby for a couple of days. So they'll stay up over the weekend and Monday, maybe Tuesday, depending on how well they last. So if who here is interested in pumpkin carving, who actually plans to be here on
Yeah.
Friday evening,
I will be
afternoon, whatever, sign up on the sheet. We have to buy pumpkins, and I don't want to buy like 10 more than we need. So just sign up so we know how many people to expect, because if I count the raised hands, I won't remember. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. And bring food, preferably food that can either be eaten cold or can be heated up in a microwave, just because there's no grill here. But we'll
Is
have...
that a challenge?
You can get a grill here easily.
Thank you.
You're making us all over.
We'll have, potluck get together. It's supposed to be a very social event, and it is something I mentioned a while ago that we could do this as our social event in place of our start of semester star party, because there were clouds and we didn't get to do that. Stupid clouds. The atmosphere is such a pain.
I know.
We don't need it.
So even if you're not interested in
No.
carving, please come and be social and blow off stress in the middle of the semester, which is exactly
Stab
when we
things
need to
with a
do that.
knife.
Burger food. Is anyone a vegetarian?
Not gonna be there.
Sorry.
Stop playing at me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ah,
Not Carter.
Okay, and if you have pumpkin carving tools, please bring them. I'll bring mine, but I honestly don't know in what state of relative completeness my pumpkin carving sets are. So I'd encourage you to bring, if you like, the little saws. I can also bring knives, but for detail work you need the little saw things.
I think you can get them at the dollar store too. Just so people know if they want to bring
If
their
people
own.
have some,
We'll have to get some.
I have some ridiculous, they come with the pattern books, so I have some ridiculous number of tiny little saws. All right.
It could be fun. It's always fun.
It's always fun. I do have to be somewhere at 7:30, so we're gonna say 4 to 7, but it'll be dark at 7. So, miscellaneous. I got a couple of emails this week that I think you guys should be aware of, because I don't know how many of you are on all of the necessary email lists. Anybody who's taking Physics 261H in the spring needs to email Milsom and let him know if you haven't registered for it already. If you have, you're good, but if you need to take it and aren't registered, email Milsom because he needs to know that you're doing that. Skipping down to item number 3, Subit Mazumdar, head of the physics department, sent out an email that was actually forwarded by the American Society of Physics, or I forget the exact name of the organization, but it's the professional organization for American physicists, just like AAS is the professional organization for American astronomers. I am not intending to restart that discussion of politics that was going on before the meeting, but sequestration it is a possibility when Congress and the President approved a budget back when. There was a time bomb written into the budget which states if you don't balance the overall budget within this certain amount of time, there are automatic cuts across the board, very steep cuts to the military, social services, 9% cut to science spending. So the American Physical Society, or whatever it's called, is requesting that students send a letter to your representative or to Congress saying, look, guys, we really don't want that 9% cut. We like being able to eat and fund our research at all. That letter is sort of in the format of an online form. So if you go to that link, you can read the letter, decide if you want to sign it. Just type your name and submit it if you're interested. It's a letter writing campaign saying, please agree on a budget so we don't have the sequestration cuts. Final notice, I don't know how many of you check Facebook and how often. A Nat student posted on our page asking for tutoring help. Her name is Maggie Driver. She provided her email address. She's interested in help with the content and also just help with how to study, how to prepare for the class, how to get more out of the lectures when she's there. Obviously how to do well on tests. So I don't have I mean, I'd really like to help her, but I don't have the time. Anybody who thinks they could be helpful to her as a Nat student in a Nats course. She's in the Physical Universe, which is 170B.
Is that for others?
There are 3 or 4 sections, so. Anybody who thinks they might be able to help tutor her, go ahead and get in touch with her. And I'm just passing along a message. I don't need to know about anything else.
Okay.
Polos, as I mentioned last week, we can be getting some. We will be getting some, but not today. I would like to know how many people want one, of what size, and how many. Has anybody here not signed the polo sheet? Who wants a polo? Okay. Okay, we'll just pass that down to you. Because we're going to buy just the polos that people ask for. If we could all stop surfing the internet.
I'm actually dealing with the tutoring thing. So.
Okay. Exoplanet project is continuing this week. Thursdays at 5 p.m. Next meeting is on Thursday. Binoc is continuing. I assume I have class during that time, so I don't go to the meetings. Outreach group, we do have events coming up, so please go to the meetings. No meeting today?
No, next Wednesday.
Okay. And radio project, we have an observing run coming up November 2nd and 3rd, the evenings of November 2nd and November 3rd. That will be our last observing run until probably December. We don't have time in December yet because it hasn't been assigned, but that we aren't likely to do any more observing runs in November. And we do not have a meeting next week.
No.
No radio meeting next week. Too many slides. I have to actually scroll to see all of them. Membership dues are $10 this semester. You all know what they go to. Please pay them if you haven't. I assume everybody has. My treasurer would be a lot more stressed if anybody hadn't.
True.
If you're interested in the member page, I'm not going to plug it this week, but if you're interested in the member page, email Mandy. And there's no research presentation this week. Next week, Carmen and Ryan will be giving a presentation on the NASA social that they attended. Ryan had a conflict this week, so there's not a presentation on it this week. And the comic doesn't apply in this case because it's not research, but it's still very, very cool. It's harder to be snarky about it because it's so cool. And if you bought a shirt a couple weeks ago but didn't pay for any or all of it, please pay. CT has a list. CT has a master list of people who owe money.
Wow.
And
That's so much more terrifying than you know.
you know who you're talking
I was talking to
to.
Mandy.
Oh, okay. Does anybody have anything else? All right.